Hi, welcome back to another episode of 5 Business Rules. I'm Monica.
I'm Nicole.
And today we are talking about one of my favorite topics, blogging. Specifically, 5 eye-popping business blogging statistics you need to know about.
They will make you stop and think, and there are tips to be pulled out of this as well.
Yes. So you get 2 for 1. Awesome stats and awesome tips. And I'm going to have to read these stats because I do not have them memorized. Number 1, featuring a blog as a key part of your website will give you a 434% better chance of being ranked highly on search engines.
Okay, so search engines like to know you are blogging actively, or that you are active on your website. It's getting updated regularly, and blogging is the best way to do it. Mm-hmm. Now, your tip for this is don't just blog about your mother's best apple pie or whatever you've got, right? You want to blog and you want to optimize it for search engine with the keywords and making it clear what your blog is all about.
Right. It's not enough to just write a blog and put it out there. It has to be optimized so search engines can read it and understand what's in it, and therefore add it to search engine result pages.
Right.
Okay. Stat number 2, once you write 21 to 54 blog posts, blog traffic can increase by up to 30%.
That's huge.
That is really big.
Now, part of it, this is what blog traffic drives you back to your website. But if you consistently follow something, a schedule that post works for you, maybe it's every Monday, maybe it's the 15th of every month, whatever it is, and then go out and share it, that's going to drive people back to your website.
Exactly. Yeah. And to Nicole's point, follow a schedule, be consistent, get new content out there. You do not have to publish 21 blog posts all at once. That would be impossible for me. It would be impossible for Nicole. It's just not realistic. One at a time, eventually you'll get there. Okay, stat number 3. 47% of people consume 3 to 5 pieces of content before taking the first step towards making a purchase.
So that's interesting. So let's think about this. This is the same thing about kind of getting your exposure to something a few times. And if they're reading on your website, they're getting to know you, right? So they're getting to know, are you an expert? What's your style? Are you super formal? Are you super fun? And so by having blogs, ebooks, all of that extra content on your site, that gives people something to relate to and help push your sales forward.
Yeah, people are going to be looking around for more information on your website or for more information on this product specifically or service. Make sure they find it on your website, not on someone else's website.
Exactly.
All right, let's get to tip number 4. Blogs are trusted sources of information and advice, say 81% of U.S. online consumers.
So that is actually interesting in a lot of ways, right?
Right. They're trusting what they're reading on your website.
They're trusting
which
that
is cool.
more than an ad, right? This is the same type of thing. And so what you want to do to leverage this is actually figure out what are people searching for, what do they want to know, and then make your blogs match that. Take a look at BuzzSumo. That might be a really good source for ideas.
Yeah, we use BuzzSumo all the time. You never know what you're going to find. You might think people care about all of these topics over here. Well, they care about some of those, but they care about these as well over here. And until you do a search, you don't know. All right, our last and final tip, number 5. Companies that blog get twice as much traffic from their email marketing than those who don't blog.
So that's actually interesting, and I know a lot of small business owners especially, that is what their email newsletters are almost made of.
Right.
Is it's just, they're leveraging their blogs in a couple ways, putting those little teasers out so that you can send people back there. And you say, well, why is it important? If I've already got those people on my newsletter, you still want them to go to your traffic because it's one of those other weird ranking factors. If your site is active and people are coming, Google ranks you higher.
Exactly. And the people on your email newsletter might not be clients, right? It might be someone you met at a networking event last year, 6 months ago, someone who heard about your ebook and downloaded it and got added to your website. So you want to be in front of these people. You want to be drawing them to your website. Because remember that other statistic we just shared, people are looking for information. They're going to be poking around your website and looking at, at your ebooks, at your white papers, case studies, not just your blog posts.
And it's true. I'll tell you that I went to speak at an event. This girl sat on my newsletter for 2 years and then hired me. And so after that, It really, they are consuming. It might not be the right time, but you can get them hooked through that.
Exactly. And that's the whole thing with marketing. It takes time. So, thanks for joining.
Bye.